There's a silent, perfectly engineered machine inside you. It works tirelessly every second of every day, performing a task so fundamental you almost never even notice it. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible architecture of a single breath. Think about it. You're going to do this over 20,000 times just today. That's a staggering number. It's not just a simple in and out, it's this incredibly complex mechanical ballet of bone, muscle, and pressure. So, how does your body pull it off so flawlessly without you even having to think about it? Okay, let's dive right in. It all starts with the structure. And when you think of your chest, you probably picture a rigid cage, right? But the reality is so much more dynamic. Forget the cage, think of it more like a suit of flexible armor, designed for one thing: movement. And here it is, the thoracic cage. You can see the sternum, that's your breastbone, right down the front. It's connected to 12 pairs of ribs, which then wrap all the way around to connect to your thoracic vertebrae in the back. Now, its first job is obviously protection. It's got to guard your heart and lungs. But its second job is what we're really interested in today. It's built to expand. The real genius of this design is in the details. I mean, look closely at where a rib meets the spine. You see those smooth surfaces? Those are called articular facets. Just think of them as tiny, perfectly lubricated hinges. They allow each and every rib to pivot up and out, and that is the secret to how the entire chest wall can expand. So, we have our flexible framework. But a frame can't move on its own, right? It needs power. It needs an engine. And in the story of breathing, there is one undeniable star of the show. Meet the diaphragm. It's not actually in your chest, but just below it, this huge, powerful, dome-shaped sheet of muscle that separates your chest cavity from your abdominal cavity. When you're just sitting here breathing normally, this one muscle is doing almost all of the work. It is the undisputed main engine. This gives us a great look at the whole team. Over on the left, you've got the diaphragm in all its glory. That's our main character. But like any star, it's got a supporting cast. On the right, you see the accessory muscles, like the intercostals tucked between your ribs and the scalenes up in your neck. During normal, quiet breathing, they're mostly just hanging out. But when you need to take a really deep breath, say you're running up the stairs, they jump right into action to give your lungs that extra boost of volume. And here is the key move. When it's time to inhale, the diaphragm doesn't push up. It contracts and pulls down. It flattens out, going from that relaxed dome shape to a tense, almost plate-like shape. This single movement acts just like a powerful piston descending, and it dramatically increases the vertical space inside your chest. So, we've got the armor, we've got the engine. Now it's time for the aha moment. Let's put it all together and see how these pieces combined to perform the elegant mechanics of a single, effortless breath. Okay, this is so cool. This perfectly illustrates the two clever movements that expand your chest in every direction. First, you've got the bucket handle effect. Imagine lifting the handle on a bucket. It moves up and out, right? Your ribs do the exact same thing, expanding your chest from side to side. At the very same time, your sternum does the pump handle effect, moving up and forward like an old-fashioned water pump. This increases the front to back size of your chest. All right, let's break it down into 4 simple steps. 1, the diaphragm piston fires, pulling down. 2, the intercostal muscles between the ribs contract, lifting them up and out. That's your bucket handle. 3, your sternum moves forward. That's the pump handle. And 4, the result of all this movement is that the volume inside your chest gets bigger. This makes the pressure inside drop, and just like a vacuum, air from the outside rushes in to fill the space. And that, right there, is an inhale. Go ahead, try it right now. Take the biggest, deepest breath you can. Feel that? Feel how your chest not only rises up, but also expands outwards? You are physically feeling the bucket handle and pump handle effects. That's the machine in action, right now. Now, getting the air out is a totally different story. A normal, quiet exhale is completely passive. The diaphragm and intercostals just relax. The natural, elastic recoil of your lungs gently pushes the air out. Zero effort needed. But a forced exhale, like a cough or blowing out birthday candles, that's active. That's when your abs contract, pushing up on the diaphragm, forcing the air out with some serious speed. So, we have successfully brought air into the body by expanding the chest. But where exactly does that air go? Let's take a quick look at the destination for all that life-giving oxygen, the lungs themselves. And they're not identical twins. The right lung is divided into 3 lobes, but the left lung only has 2. Why? Well, it needs to make room for its very important neighbor. See that little indentation on the left lung? It's called the cardiac notch, and it's a perfect, custom-made space for your heart to just nestle right in. And if we look even deeper, you can see the lungs aren't just simple bags. Each of those lobes is further divided into smaller, functional segments. This highly organized structure is absolutely crucial for efficient gas exchange. Think of it like a well-organized library, where every book has its own specific shelf. It's so precise it allows doctors to pinpoint issues and even remove one segment without harming the others. So what stops our lungs from just deflating like a sad balloon after every breath? The secret is something called the pleura. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine 2 sheets of wet glass stuck together. One sheet is attached to your lungs, the other to the inside of your chest wall. The tiny bit of fluid between them creates this powerful suction cup seal. This seal links the lung to the chest wall, so when your ribs move out, your lungs have no choice but to expand with them. So when you put it all together, the flexible armor, the powerful piston engine, the clever bucket and pump mechanics, and the intricate internal architecture, you're left with just one conclusion. This isn't just biology. It's an absolute masterpiece of natural engineering. The whole system is just so beautifully integrated. It's like a perfectly engineered bellows, expanding and contracting, sustaining you with every single cycle, all without a single command from your conscious mind. And that's the truly amazing part, isn't it? This entire, incredibly complex process just happens. It leaves you wondering, if the simple act of breathing is this sophisticated, what other incredible engineering marvels are hiding, working silently, right now, inside of you?